Okay, we're recording.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Matchup Lab here on the Sports Affiliation. Dennis Michelson, along with Dr. John Bush, the fantasy professor. He's a real professor, and he is really good at handicapping the games each and every week. Don't believe me? Look at the TSA standings for the Pick'em pool. He's kicking all of our butts. And John, week 8, by Mageddon and injury Mageddon, it is going to be a tough handicapping week this week.
Yeah, we're making some moves. AJ Brown being out was not
Ugh.
optimal. I did not order that, and I had to flip him out of my lineup in 10 leagues. And so I
Ooh.
had to switch. Tez Johnson is the hero that I need. So I need to call him up, even though he's against my Saints. So I don't know quite how to approach that. But if I need to call him in the locker room there, maybe I'll have Andy Reid call him. I'll call
Oh,
Andy, and then
oh.
maybe he can say good stuff for me
And
this
that'll
week.
keep your Saints fandom,
Yeah, I'll have to
pure.
kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, pure, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely pure here. But I am making some gumbo. My wife and daughter are currently in France sightseeing, so they're having the time of their life while I'm sloshing through the Bimageddon and Injury Mageddon here. So they're out frolicking around in France, and I'm in the foxhole here trying to scrape by 8 points on some of my players. It's tough, Dennis. Somebody has to do this while the family is frolicking and having good times. So I'm going to make them some gumbo. I found some smoked sausage that had green onions mixed in with it. So I'm curious. I
Oh,
love onions,
me too.
especially
Yep.
green onions. So
Yep.
I'll let you know how that works in gumbo. But anyway, we got better fish than fry than my gumbo recipe.
I don't
Let me
know.
share.
That
Yeah,
sounds pretty darn good. I'll tell
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And here's the thing: up north,
Yeah.
very few good places to get gumbo.
I
But
know, but
I,
it's the roux thing.
yeah.
Got to
So
have that right. Yeah.
I had there was a local restaurant here. The lady was from New Orleans and moved up here and had the most amazing gumbo that she made. Oh, that stuff was so good. That I was sad when that restaurant went out of business. They were like
Oh,
family to me. They're good
that's
people.
sad. Sad
All
business.
right. So we are in the business of handicapping the toughest, the highest scoring, and the lowest scoring games. We call them squirrels and huskies. The squirrels are those annoying low point games where you really don't want to have a lot of fantasy football starters. And the husky games are those big, beautiful, high scoring games where you
Fluffy
can't.
games.
Oh,
Fluffy,
big
fluffy with
fluffy.
points. Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen pictures of my husky. Fluffy is a good way to describe
Yeah.
my husky indeed. So the squirrels, oh my goodness, nobody is a super squirrel this week. Those are the games that are under 38. But our squirreliest game will be Cleveland and New England.
So New England 27, Cleveland 13. Vegas says 7, 40.5. So you always wonder with squirrels, and we haven't done this work 'cause we don't have interns ESPN. I'm curious how many times that low scoring prediction is there an association with the spread?
Mm,
And I'm
yeah.
sure Vegas knows because they got all this data and they pay data people to figure all this out so they don't lose any money. But I just wonder. But 27-13, Cleveland going against New England. The wide receivers have the advantage for Cleveland, as do I think the running backs. So it's not hopeless for Cleveland to score some points this week by the Daps, Dennis. Both these defenses are streamable. New England for sure, but New England, everybody's talking Drake May, but boy, this is lean times for the Cleveland offense here. Leaned and it's extra tough against a quarterback. They must get on to that quarterback, that Cleveland, and the running backs. And I know everybody's talking tight ends this week. Whew, gonna be tough for that as well. So I mean, New England. Vegas says this. The Daps would say it's closer and lower scoring, even than the 40, if we believe the Daps. Cleveland is one of the worst in the league, 32
Yeah.
efficiency, and New England's above league average, 60. Cleveland loves home, Dennis, 45%
Wow.
better in efficiency. And again, let me review efficiency is a taste of points on the board, total yards per second of activity. So you get a feel for real football, fantasy football speed. Okay, so we're talking 45% less of that. So that's kind of coming back to the Vegas opinion. Away, it's all about the passing for Cleveland, and that's what the Daps are giving. So their away tendency is being supported by New England's defense. It's just who are we talking? Jerry Judy? I mean, is Bond back? He needs to wake up. I'd had him earlier in the season, and I've got off of him. He'll probably have a great two touchdown game, but I had to get off him. And the tight end, maybe I don't know. It's maybe tight end. New England doesn't matter where they play. At home, they tend to pass 31%, all about the passing, Dennis. And
Wow.
that is what Cleveland gives up passing. So we're talking, what is that? Is that Diggs? Is Diggs back?
Diggs and
That,
Boutte.
it seems to me those are your Bimageddon heroes right there, Dennis, to get you some points. New England is improving, but they're meeting a tough defense. I know Ramondre Stevenson's been bumbling, fumbling. I, I don't know if I can play him with a lot of confidence this week. I'm a little worried that they're going to get his fumbling back. I don't know. And Travion, he needs to go find another team. That I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, they don't trust the rookie.
Mm-mm.
Stevenson has fumbled and he keeps the job. That is crazy. I'm sitting as much of my Ramondre Stevenson as I can, and of course, I had a lot of Stevenson Henderson combos. Draft them both type of strategy. Love Diggs and Boutte here. I have even gone this deep in a deep dynasty league. I've gotten Mac Hollins off of waivers to maybe get a big catch or two for me again. Very deep league. We're not talking FPPC. We're talking start three wide receivers and start four flex positions. So there's a lot of players in play before you get down to Mac Hollins, but he's
Yeah.
not a horrible emergency start if you really are desperate. I like the under in this game. I wouldn't be shocked if this is more like a 20-10 or 20-13 game here. So I like the under in this one. Cleveland's defense has been tough. They've been forcing some turnovers. New England's not been bad on defense. If Cleveland wins this, it'll be because Judkins had a huge game. But their tendencies on the road are not to rush as much. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'll take New England to win, but I like the under more than anything else. Our other squirrels,
Denver, Dallas. Is
San
it Denver?
Francisco, and
No.
no,
Okay. Houston,
squirrel,
San Francisco.
other squirrel,
Squirrel.
Houston and San Francisco. Yes.
21-19 Houston. So that
Woo.
is just an amazing. I don't know if this is flipped 1 point because Houston's at home. Usually it's 2 to 3 points. So Vegas is a little suspicious here for Houston's tendency. 41. Look at the DAPS. It's a lot of red, a lot of tough. I wouldn't play any of the defenses. Be cautious of the kickers. Houston, their tight end, Schultz, if he's healthy, is going to get my attention this week.
Oh
I
yeah.
have him in a couple leagues. Kittle, Dennis, he you can't sit him, but boy, I was surprised last week that he didn't get something. I don't even know what he didn't get any attention.
Zero.
I
Two
don't know
two
what's going.
targets, zero catches.
I can't believe you have such a player and that's what you do. I still don't understand that. Houston running backs okay. Woody Marks has an opportunity. Stroud is okay, but it looks like Stroud to Schultz is the favored connection, or Stroud to Marks or whoever. Frisco is the quarterback has an opportunity, but who's he going to throw to? I don't even know who's healthy anymore in Frisco. It should be Kittle getting any kind of activity, but I think it's CMC again, and I don't think they are picking against CMC having the breakout and fighting this Houston defense, and I just don't know. Is there a defense that can stop CMC? I'm questioning that. Houston 45, San Francisco 23. They're both below league average. Frisco's really bad. Home away, not much difference. Really, Dennis. Houston at home loves to rush, and they can do that. Pass less, 28% less, but they have been improving the last 3 games in efficiency. Frisco away tends to pass 14% more and rush 4%. So I think CMC is going to get all he wants of this, and they're going to try to sprinkle in, I hope, the Kittle, because I got to play him in a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. Kittle, here's the encouraging thing. The last 3 times that he has finished with 0 to 2 points, so a lousy game, he has bounced back to have at least double figures, and on 2 of the 3 occasions over 20 points, and that's without tight end premium. So I think Kittle will wake up this week.
Hello.
Supposed to have Jennings back, so he'll be healthy again. Pearsall out.
Didn't Jennings have 4 or 5 broke ribs or
Yeah,
something?
he's still supposed to.
What is the definition of healthy, Dennis? You said healthy. It's like
Well, he's healthy enough to play. How about that?
okay.
And
With
I agree. I like Kittle in this one and CMC. Other than that, man, I'm staying away from this game as much as I can. I think I like the under. I like San Francisco to get the win because I don't have any faith in CJ Stroud not turning the ball over.
I agree with that. So
All right.
we're leaving that to
Oh,
go for the goodness.
let's leave that lousy stuff behind and let's go to Chicago and Baltimore.
Well, the spread I know has got to have changed with the news that Lamar may not play. I don't know if you have the spread. I bet it's close to 2 now.
It's
Oh,
still 6.5.
oh, I can't believe that. Okay. Well,
Wait. Sorry, it just updated. It is now 2.5.
yeah,
That makes
Dennis,
more sense.
that makes more sense. Let's see, that's 6. So I'm going to change that. Yeah, I was about to say, I can't believe Vegas would let that slide here. Let's see, 6. Where are we at, Dennis? Come on, John. It's 4, 5. Where is it? Game 6, or am I wrong?
There it
No.
is. You got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Was asleep. Let me change that to 2.5. You know, I I don't like this was 30-18. I think this has to go down, Dennis, 28-18. I'm gonna take some, maybe even 26.
And
Take.
actually, the over under is dropped to 45 on this
Oh
one
my
now.
goodness. So it's not
So
even a
that's a
squirrel, not
huge.
even a husky
Yeah, it's
anymore.
just barely a decent game, but boy, it's really
Wow.
that's a huge change. That's a
That
big
is a
change.
crazy change then.
So Vegas is saying Lamar isn't going to play,
Yeah. How do they
is
know
what I'm
that?
reading from that. That's what I'm
Do-
reading from this, is that they're expecting Lamar to miss. Otherwise, this would be a lot higher.
Well, the thing with this game is the daps. Look at, it's like Chicago play them all,
Yes.
and everybody's on Loveland this week for the tight end. And Baltimore, Andrews, I don't know what we do with him, Dennis. I, I'm having to play him in a couple, but I'm not happy. And I was hoping Lamar. I would not play Baltimore's D at all. You could stream Chicago's D, but looks like Baltimore, if they can get things moving, this looks like a higher DAPS than you would think, 45 points. So Baltimore 66, Chicago 58. So I think that's a draw. They both really don't care where they play. Baltimore at home likes to rush and pass a little more. They are declining in efficiency last 3 games without Lamar, and I don't think there's got some nice daps. I just don't know if they have what it takes to use those advantages, Dennis. I don't believe if Chicago beat one, I got to check my pick on. I probably had Baltimore. I don't know who to pick now. I'm back on the fence here. Chicago should play them all, Dennis, and at away, it's all about the passing. Adunze and DJ Moore and Loveland should collect 10% more passing, 20% less rushing. So I guess Swift better catch some uh, balls there, but I think I can't sit Swift. I mean, with these
No.
daps, but I'm just afraid we're not going to get all we could get with Chicago. And if Chicago does get the lead and Baltimore can't catch them, maybe Swift gets extra points. So this could be a swing from closer to the floor to closer to a ceiling if Chicago can take advantage of not having Lamar.
I liked Chicago to win this game with Lamar. If Lamar was playing, I thought Chicago could just outscore Baltimore, because this Baltimore defense has really not been good at all.
Nope. Nope.
And, if Baltimore wins this one, it's going to be because Derrick Henry had a Derrick Henry like game with 145 yards and 3 touchdowns, that kind of a thing. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that. I think we're starting to see the decline of King Henry. I think Father Time and a predictable Baltimore offense are both combining to catch up with him. They're not going to play Cooper Rush if Lamar doesn't go, it's Huntley. And I think the Chicago defense has a field day with Huntley. So I like Chicago to win this game, but I think there's going to be a lot of points scored because I don't think Chicago's defense is going to be able to stop the run for Baltimore. I'm hoping to get something out of Andrews this week, and I'm even having to play some Zay Flowers this week. Swift is questionable, but supposed to play. If he would be a scratch, this would be a good start for Monanjay. So, and even with, if you're in a desperate situation and you're looking for a guy to start, Monanjay might get some usage with Swift being less than 100%. All right,
Wow.
let's look at the other big Husky game of the week. And this is
Well, that
probably our
was less
last,
husky. That was a
yeah,
wounded husky.
probably our only real true Husky over 50. It's
Yeah.
Denver and Dallas.
Yeah. 11. Okay. Goodness, Dennis, I'm so sad to see all that. Okay. Denver 28, Dallas 21. 3.5 points. Denver's at home. If it was at Dallas, I think Dallas would have the advantage. 50 points. Here's the thing with Dallas. Look at the DAPS. It says Dak, that Denver, for whatever reasons, covers the wide receivers and stops rushing, but Dak's going to have to run a little more. And looks like the kicker has an advantage. I wouldn't play any of the defenses. I'm trying to think about what this means. I don't think you can't sit CeeDee Lamb. I think it's a CeeDee Lamb game.
Yeah.
If Dallas wins, it's because CeeDee Lamb had a two-touchdown game. Dallas at 91%. They are so efficient at putting points up and yards and all the goodness that you'd expect. They're on a roll. They are improving the last 3 weeks. And now they got Lamb back. Damn, that's good. Dallas away though, 32% less efficient. So that's why Denver has a shot. And they don't rush or pass as much. So Dallas, if they're hungry, they're going to have to beat their tendencies here, and they're such a home away. They love their home, and they're just going to have to flip their script, and that's why Vegas has chosen Denver because Denver's 11% more efficient. And Denver's crazy passing. That's why I went for Mims, Dennis, 42% more passing at home,
Wow.
23% more. Yeah, that's why I went Mims is my emergency wide receiver pickup this week. Just hope to get 8 points. So I might be, he may do better, but I'm not greedy with emergency pickup in Mageddon, Injury Mageddon weeks. But it looks like this is a knockdown, drag out kind of game. And I think Dallas is going to have to rise above the DAPS. And Dennis, 32% less of, this looks like a Denver game, but boy, this is another one I wouldn't bet. I just don't know how this could be the last team with the ball wins if they can kick a field goal or something.
Yeah, and that's what ended up being for Denver last week against the New York Giants. Of course, that was, a
I don't know what
situation.
happened last week. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
if
was
they
crazy. It was crazy. 32 points they gave up. So a good quarterback or a good offense can score
they
points
can't
on this
give
team.
Dallas 32 points. I don't think they got it in them to come back again like that.
Yeah, it would be crazy, but I like the over in here. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I'm not
Wow.
worried about the Denver. Here's the thing: it's a Javante Williams revenge game, yet he's got a very, very tough matchup. Dallas is going to have to win this game if they want to win. They have to do it with their passing game. There's no
I agree.
question about that. So forget the Daps. That's Patrick Surtain. for the tough on the wide receivers, but he can only cover one of Dallas's three really good receiving options because Lamb,
Pickens
Pickens,
and
and
Lamb, yeah,
Ferguson
and Ferguson.
give you three great opportunities. And we just saw Dallas or the Giants put up 32 points on Denver. So I think their defense, they got a chance to play the Jets when they were in total disarray, and they got to
Remember,
play the
these DAPs are across the last seven, Dennis. So
correct, correct. They got
if
the
something has
Bengals.
happened in the last couple of weeks, it's going to take a while for that to wash out in the
Yeah,
DAPs.
yeah, they got the Bengals against, when they were in the middle of they couldn't do anything on offense mode, and the Jets. So those were two games where they were really, really down. Otherwise, every team has scored. There's been three games that the opposing team has scored 20 or more against them. So I think Dallas will be in that 24 to 27 range, and Denver should be able to also score in that 24 to 28 range. So I wouldn't play the spread in this one because I think it could go down to the wire again and be a close one. But I will pick Denver to win at home, and I like the over in this one. All righty, folks, head on over to the scienceoffantasyfootball.com. You can check out our sister podcast. While you're at it over here at the Sports Affiliation, please like and subscribe to their YouTube channel and show them some love because you will want to watch their shows all week long. And come on back here next week for another edition of the Matchup Lab.
Get to work, folks.